Oh my god, the Euphoria lip glosses are mating. I set them down and they did that on their own. Jeez. Oh, crazy kids. This video is not kid friendly, sorry guys. What's up guys? Welcome back. Today we're gonna be doing a full face of first impressions. Not something that I do all that often, but I have kind of the rare situation right now where I have an abundance of new makeup, all of which it doesn't really warrant its own video. It's all just fun stuff to play with. So I've got new stuff that I bought from Victoria Beckham. They finally got Tea Rose back in stock and I went ahead and got Honey also in her eyeshadow. I also got the Satin Kajal liner in bronze. Thank you to all the people who tagged me when this came back in stock. Thank you. Oh, so much stuff. So I ordered the new Fenty Eye Brightener. This is the Bright Fix Illuminator. Gonna try that today. I have the Natasha Denona Puff Paint. This is a liquid blush serum. Sounds right up my alley. I also picked up, to many of you guys' happiness I'm sure, 2 of the new ILIA Balmy Tints. So it's, you know, their new tinted lip balm. I've really liked their lipsticks in the past. I like their balmy gloss, so this is somewhere in the middle. I got 2 shades of that. And also a brand called Euphoria, which I'm clearly too old for the packaging. I'm just gonna throw it out there. You at 34 might not be too old for the packaging. I at 34 am too old for this packaging. But they sent me some lip glosses. They sent me one of those color changing things, but this is a blush version of it. I'll probably put this on the back of my hand. I hate these things because they only turn one color. They turn hot pink, it's not magic. But there's that. They also sent me this thing called a magnetic 4-pan and I cannot figure out what the it is. I opened it up and I was like, is it makeup? Or is it something that makeup goes in? I don't know. I don't think it's makeup, but they're these weird things. Wait, does it do? Oh my god! That's what the fuck it is. That's kind of neat. Wait, what? Oh my god. This is the beauty of a first impressions video, fam. What in the what? That is so neat. Oh my gosh. Oh, I geek out about gimmicks like that. That is great. That is great. Also, Blink, the mascara company, just sent me, hang on. Every time I turn around, I like feel the need to crack my neck. They sent me this ultra long wear Glow Getter face palette with blushes and highlights and bronzers in it. So I will open this up and see what she's like. And I also got a whole bunch of new stuff from Illamasqua. So they sent me this Unveiled Artistry palette for my eyeballs. And they sent me a bunch of other stuff too. They sent a bunch of their chrome, what are these things called? Iconic chrome pigment paint things. Fam, the color that I got originally, Alluring, is so beautiful, but all the rest of these colors are kind of bonkers, so I don't know if these are going to like make it onto my eyes today just because, you know, I like my comfort zone. It's my comfort zone for a reason. But yeah, I don't know what else I'll be touching into today. I'll try and give you guys, you know, a view of some things that we don't see all that often. So let's go ahead and jump in. So I'm gonna start with the, also look at my little hairs growing in. Saddy, sad. This is postpartum hair loss. Today I'm gonna start with the Shantika Future Skin Cushion just because it's gonna be a foundation that won't get in the way. It's just gonna be a little bit of slip. I just came from the pool outside, so to say that I have sunscreen on would be an understatement. I have so much sunscreen on. I have both the Beekman 1802, I think is the brand. They're like milky primer, which I should have put on camera, but I already have so much sunscreen on, it would be ridiculous. And I also have some Supergoop Play on, and I have that all over my whole body because I fully intend to go back out and get back in the pool. I just started reading / working through a book called The Artist's Way, and I'd seen it on Ingrid Nelson's channel. She swore by that book, and I just had been on my list of things to do for so long. And then recently, as I've had a little bit more free time that I have been making for myself, I've been wanting to get back into painting. I mean, it's what my degree is in, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. Now that I really, I don't know, recognize the importance of nurturing art in, like, for the sake of art, not just for the sake of it being done. I realized that in college, getting my art degree, I probably never really made art. I never made anything that could be interpreted as art. It was more like pop art. It was just like, you know, making images. It was design. I want to get back into it. I bought some paints, but I'm very, very admittedly like intimidated. Oh, we were gonna do the eye brightener, that's right. I'm very intimidated by a blank canvas. I'm one of those people who, if there's a book that can help me overcome something, I'm gonna read it. So that is what I'm doing right now. And if you're familiar with it, or if you're not familiar with it, I'm gonna tell you about it. The first thing that she really recommends in there is doing something called morning pages, and it's where you just fill 3 pages with whatever you want. Let's see, this is the Fenty. This comes in a lot of shades, so for all of the people who have complained, rightly so, that brands like Becca or the Ulta one or Charlotte Tilbury like don't have enough shades in an under eye brightener. There are a load of shades in this, and I got the shade Rose Quartz 01. Here, I'm gonna do. I have no idea if I'm doing this right. I just assume. So anyway, yeah, I was reading through that section this morning and I was like, wow, my brain is already churning on all the different things that I would write out of my brain right now because I have just had a really busy brain lately. Oh, that is just great, Fenty. Here, do this, that. Yep, it was on the back of my hand and now it's on my forehead. So this was where I had a giant zit and it healed, but the sun has like darkened it so much. You guys, I unloaded so many feels onto my pages this morning that I had to burn them afterwards. Yes, I did. I had a ceremonial burning of them because there was like no human eyes, not even my own, can ever see these again. Oh boy. Yeah. And it was nice. It was nice to kind of like get a whole bunch of stuff out and then be like, bye. It felt good. But yeah, I'm hoping to get back into more of a creative process. Now we can go on with concealer. I am using the Thrive today. I'm telling you guys, I really like it. It was in my last video. And it's just the most agreeable, lightweight formula. And I think a lot of you guys really appreciated my comparison to Kosas because a lot of y'all were talking about how your Kosas expired too quickly. I don't know why I'm using this brush. I would prefer to use my Rare Beauty brush, which is sitting right there, but we're already here. I also realized in the lighting in that video that my little trick of being like, I'm gonna use a darker color for bronzer, that didn't work. It looked really silly, but you were at least able to see the amount of coverage because of the contrast on my skin. But this is, actually, I didn't realize that there are two of every color in the Thrive range. And so it's not just Fair that I have, it is Fair Warm. Okay, let's see what this Blink palette is about. Blink was, I think, honestly, one of the first brands to make a big deal out of a tubing mascara formula. Uh-oh, she did break up a little bit. Oh well. So that's what it looks like. And, you know, it's broken up because this is like a really, really soft formula, which is nice. So it doesn't actually look like they're bronzers. They are more just blushes, but I do really like this distribution of shades because there's like a really fair rose color all the way down to this really beautiful deep terracotta that could be a bronzer, but I think it's gonna pull pretty red on me. And then there's a nice kind of medium rosy pink and then sort of a dustier tan right there. So, and then there's the highlighters. Let's go ahead and do this. And if I need to go in with another bronzer, which I probably will, I will. I've had to be a little bit more resourceful with my makeup and my brushes and stuff because I'm so lazy about unpacking. And we went out of town over the weekend and I haven't unpacked everything yet. And so I'm like, oh, well, I'll just use this brush instead. Let's start with Talented. Talented is the kind of medium tan that I mentioned last. So just checking for pigmentation here. Fairly pigmented. This is a discontinued brush. I would actually recommend using the new version of this, which is the EcoTools interchangeable with the like flat powder top on it. Do I know where mine is? No, I do not. She is somewhere. Yeah, again, I've been out at the pool and It's crazy. I'm such a sun worshiper, which is so bad because I don't have the skin tone for it. I don't have the natural melanation for it. And so, you know, melanin is not just the depth of your skin tone, it is actually the natural sun protection of your skin. And so if you don't have a whole lot of it, you better be wearing, I mean, everybody should wear sunscreen, but like I need to wear extra sunscreen kind of thing. And it just sucks because like, you know, the rest of my body gets kind of a nice freckly, deeper tan color. Like that's just my skin. I don't have like a faux tan on or anything. But my face, I walk in from being at the pool and like all of my pigmentation is just like glowing. I'm like, cool. Thanks. Again, it just is what it is. I am not gonna go get a peel right now because a peel means that I would have to be out of the sun for a while. And then once I got back in the sun, I would just undo everything that I just paid so stinking much money for. Okay, so that is ambitious that I just put on. And it's a little, you gotta go Tati and do the same mistake on both sides, but like, oops, that was the wrong color for me. So not like completely in love with this formula. It feels very private labeled. It feels very like right off the shelf, not exciting. And as I was kind of swatching the highlighter, I realized I was wrong. It's not actually the softest formula in the world. It's kind of a pass. I think I'm gonna move on so that we can show some other things. And if I have to back myself out of a situation on my face with my blush, this is a really good way to do it. So this is the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Powder. And it just does a really, really nice job of, you know, I likened it to my Well People Bio-Based Baked Brightener. But I think it's somewhere between that, because that has no coverage at all. This has a little bit of coverage. This is halfway between that and the Hourglass veil setting powder because it does blur a lot more and it does add coverage. So I think that we go with the Puff Paint next from Natasha Denona. This is in the shade Daria, D-A-R-Y-A, and as these exciting pinks go that I've been really drawn to lately, this is like a pink, looks like it leans coral. Ooh, it is a serum. That's nice. It's so sheer. I wonder what the dry down is like, if there is any. It's really sheer. And it's really like gel-like, serum-ish, as it were. So I think I'm gonna put that on the back of my hand and distribute it with something that I have a little bit more control with since I already have powder down on my face, you know? We will see. Ew. I like that it's called puff paint. Some generations might not know what puff paint is. Puff paint was something that we used to put on our clothes to personalize them when we were kids, and as it dried, it puffed and cracked, and we thought that that was cool. The 90s were a weird time, guys. All these people are like, oh my gosh, 90s fashion, early 2000s fashion. I'm like, I feel like my mom when we started wearing platform shoes in like 5th grade, my mom was like, we've already done this. I do not want to relive bell bottoms. And like now I'm, you know, 34 and I'm just like, we're really doing like low cut jeans again and like butterfly tops. It's just, yeah. My friend sent me something on Instagram today. He goes, it was like a screenshot from Facebook and it was something that I had posted. And he goes, there's no context to this whatsoever. It was, I mean, it was like really bizarre out of context. And it said like 15 years ago. And I was like, Erin, we're old. Okay, I officially love that. That is a great texture of blush and it is very unique. Nothing else that I have used is like that. I like that a lot and that color is excellent, Natasha Denona. Yes. Thank you, Natasha Denona, for coming around to making some easier formulas, okay? Just understand, we're buying your stuff at Sephora. We are not professional makeup artists. Make something that's fun and easy to use. And you did. What next? We have an eyeshadow palette. I do want to use some bronzer at some point, but I don't know, we'll get there. Let's see, what do we want to do here? I feel like I'm in Blue's Clues. I'm like, what guys? What? This? Ooh, that. This and that. This and that. This and that. This and that. I'm gonna start with this. That was me realizing that this formula is very, very, very soft and pretty. Feels kind of like Tati's ones, you know, where it has that funky Teflon thing to it. Ooh, and when it blends out, it's not like super foily. It's not like their little pot shadows, which I will swatch for you in a second. That's all I'm gonna say about that. We'll just play. Okay, I'm gonna go with a khaki tan on top of that. And I'm just gonna blend that out, see what we can get out of this. Because I think what it really needs is tea rose. I think that's like what I'm trying to make right now in my brain. I'm like trying to mix to get Victoria Beckham tea rose. I saw Kate, State of Kate, use it and she didn't like it, but we have different undertones. And she said it was like either too pink or too purple for her. And I was like, no such thing on me. When it comes to something like that, something can be too purple for me, but it'll be too blue usually. But I saw it and I was like, the same reason that I always try and describe things as well as I possibly can on my channel is just because all the reasons that something might not work for me could be all the reasons that they'll be perfect for someone else. So that was the case when she was reviewing that eyeshadow. I was like, and she said, I think I'm gonna send it to somebody. And I was like, me? Send it to me? Because it was out of stock, but I ended up just buying it. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate that. And I do want to say that like, that's a nice formula. It is. It's a nice formula and it's much better than that Blink formula, but girl, it's Tea Rose 30, okay? You know, I don't love all of the shades in Victoria Beckham. What are these things called? I can never remember. Lid Luster, but I will hand it to her that these shades are nuanced. Just doesn't mean that I like all of the nuances, but like, come on, man. Come on, Tea Rose. That is like, there's a reason that was sold out, okay? Aren't my swatches pretty? Don't I do such a great job on swatches? So it is a pinky taupe shift champagne-ish. And it actually does feel kind of cool to the touch. It's like it's got real moisture in it. And what's funny, did they always call themselves crystal infused? Like that's such a thing that I'd only ever seen on Aether products. But the box for this, when I opened it, said they're crystal infused eyeshadows. And I was like, oh, I guess that's becoming more of a thing. Yes, this is one of my favorite purchases I've made in a while. It feels really wonderful going on. Like, just such a pleasure. I always say makeup should be fun and easy. This is fun and easy. Lucky. You know, Mama doesn't have the biggest lids in the world, but what I do have, I intend to really, you know, make the most of. Okay, I'm gonna take a little brush, you know, all of these things under the implication that I can find a little brush kind of thing. And actually, I'm just gonna use like a flat brush and go under my eyeballs with that. I sound like Julian. Yeah, I mean, I probably have to clean this up. It's kind of getting a little bit like socked in both eyes looking, but it's a vibe. Like I'm cool with socked in both eyes when it looks like this. Now, bear in mind, you know, believe your eyes. I do not have what you would call, what would that be? Like extremely like yellow olive undertones. Is that what makes purple look weird? I can't remember, but some people like these kinds of colors make them look like they have an eye infection. But for whatever reason, I can wear like pinks and lilacs and like these, you know, mauvey shades on my eyes. I'm not gonna lie though, something is tingling. Something's tingling and I don't like it. I am not sure about that, but I have definitely been known to ride something like that out. Like in 5 minutes, I'm like, it stopped tingling. I'll wear it again. You know, I have pretty like low standards for that kind of thing. So I do want to take a smaller brush and I'm going to put it into Honey and see if Honey gives me all of the like highlight inner corner. I don't think it's going to. I think that's a little too much presence. No, I'm not gonna do that. Blonde doesn't either. Blonde shifts to gold. It's very strange and the texture isn't this creamy. I wonder if they reformulated a little bit. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go back into the ILIA palette here and I'm gonna grab the fairest shade in there, which is actually just a matte white, and use that to bring the light back into my eye look. It's almost undetectable because this color is like almost my skin color. And for that reason, it's gonna not really look like an inner corner highlight as much as it is just gonna like add some healthy boundaries to our eye look, you know? Healthy boundaries. You know, something that I have been getting back into are the Brilliant Eye Brighteners from Thrive. And I love, where did you go? There you are. Estrella. Estrella is white, like pearl white. And it actually is so illuminating on me. And you guys know, when in doubt, just kind of blend until you like what you see. Like if you end up with less makeup on your face, you know, boo-hoo. Sorry, makeup. We've all seen how hard it is to pan something, okay? If a little makeup is sacrificed at the altar of wearing less makeup, so be it. Let's put on some eyeliner. Did I miss anything? Oh yeah, I was gonna swatch these ILIA ones for you. That's the thumbnail. So OMG is probably the most like intuitive, wearable, universal, you know all those words. Can you get, there we go. So this is OMG. This one is called Deity, I think. Deity. I was right, it's called Deity. And then this one is called Avant-Garde because she is. And then this is Alluring, and then there's Tea Rose for reference. So we have a small hiccup here when it comes to this bronze eyeliner from Victoria Beckham Beauty, and that is that the pencil sharpener that they sent like doesn't sharpen this. It doesn't fit it. And so I'm gonna have to like dig up a different one. And then the point broke off when I opened it because I have the best luck. And we're just gonna have to make do. But I want Nikki DeRoest, I have no idea if that's how you say her last name, to know that she thoroughly influenced me to buy this shade. And she also influenced me to put it on my waterline, tightline, whatever. Because it is an eyeliner that in color, it really is almost undetectable as an eyeliner or undetectable as being on the skin, but it just kind of adds a shadow behind my eyelashes. And that might be something that's distinct to my skin tone, I'm not sure, because Nikki is, you know, complected very similarly to me. But I dig that so much. Now I just need to find a freaking pencil sharpener. So use a little bit of brow gel here from Miss Kosas. Let's do some mascara. I just love formulas I can just slap on. And all of that eyeshadow has just been slapped on, more or less. Mascara. Now, lips, and probably more blush. I've lost all the lids. I've lost all the lids to everything. I have no idea what's going on. I'm gonna start with the ILIA Balm Tint things. Balmy Tint things. I got two shades. I got Memoir and Runaway. And honestly, they look really, really similar. Let's see. Let's do them on the inside of my wrist, and we can decide which one we like better. So this is Runaway and this is Memoir. We're gonna go with Memoir because it's a little bit more mauve, and Runaway is more red. You can definitely see that now that I kind of blended them out. Let's do this. Dude, why does it look like I have like a bald spot? Probably because I do. I was hit by a car in 2008. I broke their windshield with my back. I was biking. and it cut my scalp right here. So I have this scar where my hair doesn't grow. And so that's one part where my hair doesn't grow. And then I had a baby and lost all my hair, so. Anyway, so as usual, not only is it a beautiful color, but a lovely formula from ILIA. So pretty. And that's quite a bit of color. I do want to do one thing, and I think that this is kind of interesting. So these are the two shades that they sent me, Coral Fixation and 3 AM from Euphoria. I can't help but think that this was inspired by Euphoria being like, you know, a makeup trend, the show. I couldn't finish that show. It gave me an anxiety attack. But 3 AM is a mauve dream, fam. And then this one, Coral Fixation. Oh, I get it. Oral Fixation. Y'all are so cheeky. Sorry, I have a terrible sense of humor. That's Coral Fixation. It's much more sheer. I'm gonna go with this mauvey one and see if it kind of acts like my Finesse lipstick. Yep. So you layer that on top and it'll cool it off a little bit. Always nice when you are a little bit cooler undertoned to have something that can counterbalance peach. If there is too much peach in something, a little too much orange. Not that it needs it, I would wear it by itself anyway. Okay, as per usual, I'm going to just go in with a touch more concealer because I feel like, you know, as I was applying all of that. Is this my color? I don't think this is my color. I need to put away all the ones that aren't my color. That's light medium. Fair. Oops. Okay, well, here we go. Dot, dot, dot. Okay. Ha, ha, ha. As I was blending my blush, you just start to blend things away. So now I am gonna go in with my little BB brush from Rare Beauty. And the best thing to do, especially with that Thrive concealer, when you want to have a more concentrated application, is to just kind of keep tapping it in the same spot, which seems extremely intuitive. Maybe not even worth explaining, but instead of spreading it out. Because it's thin, you know, you could spread it out as much as you want, but you can also just kind of pat it until it dries in place. And it's so thin, it's not gonna build up and get cakey. The last thing I would wanna be is cakey cacky. I really am in the right mood for a chatty first impressions video today. I'm on fire. Just kidding. I was on fire on freaking Instagram Reels yesterday though. I make Instagram Reels that are like only an inside joke to me. Like, is it an inside joke if you're the only one who gets it? I don't know. But I just appreciate that I don't have to rely on Instagram for income and I could just post. Only post. So that's a little different for me. We have a bold lip. We have this like really moody eye. And I'm wearing a bathing suit. So let me move you guys out and we will chat final thoughts on the stuff that I felt like I got my head around today. Yeah, let's chat through these. So foundation was not new. Concealer I love was not new. This from Blink, I'm so sorry Blink. Thank you for sending this to me, but it's a pass for me. It does just feel not a special formula at all. Sorry. The Puff Paint from Natasha Denona. I want more of these. This is a winner. It's a great little formula and it's it's serum-y, it's nice. And I like that it has a good amount of punch and it didn't disturb all the powder that I had underneath it. And the color is just, yes, it is the same chef's kiss that I gave it earlier. So big fan of that. The Victoria Beckham eyeshadows, Tea Rose, so good, just so good. Honey is great too. I'm going to probably do an entire look with honey at some point because it's browner than I thought, so it's not really a highlight inner corner kind of thing. So it is very much like a standalone one and done, which is super exciting. And I find both of these, because of their more tame shifts of their glitter, to be a lot more wearable for me than the other ones that I already had, which were mink and blonde. Maybe I will put some bronzer on. Maybe I will put some bronzer on because I just found it. Sure. Okay, that was just the Victoria Beckham bronzer. Anyway, this is not in any order, but the ILIA tint balm things, understand that they have probably almost just as much pigment in them as their lipsticks. And I don't know how many formulas they have for their lipsticks. I think there are 2, but it's a really nice creamy formula. They do a great job on lip things. It smells the same as all their other ones, meaning like a really nice natural vanilla smell. And the colors are really beautiful and well informed. I like them very much. And even the one that's not like the most ideal shade for me, I did put it on before and it looks fine. Like I can get away with it as long as I kind of bring all the other colors that are on my face up to meet it, but I can definitely like speak to the formula. This formula is really, really pretty. The Illamasqua, you guys know I love these iconic chromes, but Alluring is still my favorite and OMG is probably the only other one that I'll use. The other 2 are just a little too wacky for me. Oh, and the Victoria Beckham bronze eyeliner, again, I just need to find a sharpener that actually fits this. I'm sure that I have one somewhere, but it is very frustrating that their sharpener that they charged me, you know, $2 whopping for doesn't actually fit their eye pencil. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, VB. Oh, this is great. This little Fenty Beauty Bright Fix, the under eye brightener. Very, very happy with this. I think that this actually made a fantastic little combo, the Thrive and this, because the Thrive is it's sheer, it's very lightweight. This is also more lightweight in formula than any other color corrector that I've used underneath my eyes. Most of them are very oily, which I don't mind. I kind of love the castor oil consistency of the Becca one. But this one also doesn't do anything crepey under my eyes, which is what can happen sometimes if you are using one that doesn't have a whole lot of moisture to it. But it also probably has to do with the fact that the Thrive is so hydrating. Love how hydrating it is. So yeah, this little combo worked very nicely today. And then as far as Youthforia is concerned, I said I was gonna swatch their weird little blush. Let's do that. I get it. I get it. I'm old, okay? I get it. I'm old. I'm old. All right, but that's what the blush does. It turns hot pink, just like every other thing with this chemical in it does. And if hot pink looks good on you, fine. Buy this or buy a hot pink blush, but it is not a mood color. It is not a color like when somebody's like, it turns hot pink on me. It turns hot pink on everyone, okay? It only turns one color. And it stains the dickens out of your skin. That's the other thing about those kinds of formulas is that once you put them on, if you get them in a spot that you don't want them, your skin is now stained, so that's fun too. But I do want to say that Youthforia, I'm not going to say what's happening here in front of me, is a brand that, when I read their little dossier, she invented because she often fell asleep in her makeup and she wanted to make makeup that was good for her skin, that if you did sleep in it, it wouldn't make you break out. It would actually make your skin better. So that's the whole concept, and I appreciate what they're doing. I do not think I am their target demographic, but I do get a kick out of gimmicks like this, okay? Okay, I just think that's kind of neat. Oh boy, I'm gonna let my child play with them. It'll be funny. So I think that that's my full face of first impressions today. If I missed anything, ask me in the comments. I also did want to mention these. I was already wearing this when I got on camera, but this is the Thrive Sunproof Intensive Lip Balm. Hydro Mask Matrix SPF 24. My SPF routine was missing an SPF lip balm, and it comes in mint and tangerine. So yeah, they are really lovely. I'm not gonna say they don't taste like sunscreen. Sunscreen tastes like sunscreen, but they aren't slippy and soupy the way that the Supergoop ones are. The fact that I got that sentence out of the first try, I'm on fire today. It doesn't put all the flavor of a sunscreen in your mouth because it's not slipping around. It's like thick enough. Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's the vibe. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other questions about the products that I tried today, make sure and ask those down below. I will do my best to answer any and all for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to keep hanging out with me on this channel, hit the button down below and subscribe. I'd love it if you guys did. Thank you to all the brands who sent me stuff. I genuinely appreciate it, whether, you know, I love or don't love the things that they send me. I genuinely appreciate the opportunity to try them for you guys. So thank you to them. Thank you guys for watching, for hanging out with me today. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.